What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark, MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and I'm back today with another review. This movie dropped on Peacock. I got a push notification to let me know that it did, so I watched it. This is I'll Be Right There. So as we get into this movie, click like and subscribe. I'm a blind film critic, and I would love to have the following. It's not a fun time with DEI programs being eliminated, so I need as much influence behind me as possible so I can talk about the things like audio description and accessibility, because no one wants to hear from people like me anymore. Point example here is this movie does not have audio description. Peacock sent me a push notification for a streaming exclusive debut for an Edie Falco movie with no audio description. So that's where we're at now. This doesn't appear to be having been made by Universal or Focus Features, so I don't really know why they claimed it. This could have just gradually made its way onto the service, and then I don't think anybody would have noticed. It's not really a strong enough movie to be like, look what our big premiere of the week is. It's I'll Be Right There. Okay. Um, you've got Edie Falco, Michael Rappaport, Bradley Whitford, and Michael Beach are sort of the four biggest names that are in this cast. She also has two kids. I don't know the younger actors as well. They're both fine, but I hate to rain on the parade of Women's History Month, but this movie has nothing to say that hasn't already been said before, and it's a very odd movie. Like, I don't know how this movie came to be, or is what it is, or where it, like, aliens put it on this planet from. It's edited like it's a TV movie, like they know it's a TV movie, but it's higher quality than anything. Like, it's obviously not a Hallmark movie. It would be like the best Lifetime movie that they've made in years. Like, where are they making this movie? Like, where did this movie come from? You know, we don't get a lot of made-for-TV movies that are factoring in for commercials. It does this constant thing where it has this weird transition where it just kind of stops and then restarts again. Like, the transitions are so clunky in here that I could actually feel them. It actually felt like watching a series, because for those of you who have a streaming service, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you have a streaming service and you pay for anything that's without ads, and it's a show that's supposed to have commercial breaks, especially the older ones, where it feels like they're about to cut to commercial, and then they don't because there are no commercials because you pay to not have them. These are really obvious. Like, it's it's like, okay, we're back. I'm like, what is this? What movie is it? It's listed as having been made in 2023. They have a listed release date of October 7th, 2023, but yet it's on people's lists for like 2024 and beyond was one list that it was on. It was on the list of 2025 Oscar qualifying. I'm like, this movie's not getting an Oscar nomination. I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil that one for everybody. It has like a 5 point something on IMDb. Critics are kind of lukewarm on it too. This is a very average movie, and the score was not great. It kind of annoyed me. Like, the opening credits were so long, and there was no audio description, and it was just like this song was playing, and I was like, is this movie ever going to start? It's like 3 minutes of music, and then finally somebody speaks. I'm like, this is the longest intro to a movie like this. What are we doing here? What is happening? And then when we do, it's about a mom. She's got like, she's got kids and they've got problems. And one of them's pregnant and is going to get married. And the other one is, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe the kid. He's very much, I don't know. The kid is, he feels like the kind of kid that's thrown into the mix to be a wild card, and he could do anything. He's crazy. By the end of the movie, he's like, I'm going to sign up for the armed forces. Ooh, are you? Um, yeah, he's he's the quirky one. Uh, she's dating. What makes her uniquely quirky as a mom, Edie Falco, is that she's trying to balance two relationships. She's dating a man and a woman. I can't remember who the woman's played by, but Michael Rappaport is the guy, and I think Bradley Whitford is their dad. I think he's the kid's dad, and Michael Beach is some father friend or something. I was having a hard time following it without audio description, so this is the best you get. This is what happens when you take my accessibility away from me. She keeps meeting up with Michael Beach, and he flirts a little bit, and she finally has to come clean. She's like, "Yeah, we can go out for something, but I can't date you." And he's like, why wouldn't it be a date?" And she's like, "Well, fun fact, I'm already dating a man and a woman." Oh, not at the same time either, like separately. So you have that annoying scene where the daughter finds out that her mom is dating a woman. She's like, "Oh my God, you're a lesbian." And she's like, "Oh my God, do you think that nurse is hot? Mom, do you think that nurse is hot? I think she's hot." I'm just like, oh. Somebody wrote this. Listen, if it takes like 2 years for your movie to find a home on a streaming service, you're just lucky it's not on Tubi. Like, welcome to Peacock, you know? I feel like they held out for so long because they didn't want it to like just get stuck as one of those Tubi, you know, lost souls that just float around on that streaming service, which is sad because there's some good movies that end up there. But yeah, this is just decidedly average. I would even say a little bit below average. Um, it's the kind of film that, as much as we need audio description on everything because, there are things that I don't want to watch, but somebody else does. And so I have to be an accessibility for all on everything. I have to be all describe everything because it's not just about me, it's about everybody's accessibility. Just because I don't want to read something or I don't want to look at something or I don't want to play something doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't want to. Advocacy doesn't mean necessarily just what your personal tastes are. It means saying something for everybody. So for somebody else, this could be like their jam. This could be the best movie of the year. But for me, this is just like, I feel like I've seen a dozen TV shows and movies with this very similar plot, and they've all been done better. So I like Edie Falco as an actress. I was thinking to myself, I was like, when was the last time I saw her in something? And it was, oh, she was playing a lesbian. It was that TV show on CBS whose name escapes me because it ran for half of a season. But she was the newly appointed, sheriff of Los Angeles or something. It ran at the same time that Fox had a show about um, called Deputy. I do remember that one, where they were trying to make uh, another actor the sheriff of Los Angeles at the same time. It was like two shows, and they were very similarly themed, running at the same time, same night, both Thursday night shows, and they both got canceled. Like neither one of them survived. So, yeah, I think that's the last time I remember her. And she was good on that. I actually would much rather watch that show again than I would watch this movie again. Um, so yeah, that's my hot take. Um, I could say unwatchable without audio description, but I'm gonna also say I'm giving it a C minus. Uh, and I would go rotten for this. I don't really. There's nothing here that feels like audio description is going to save this movie and make me go, oh, what a fresh perspective that you have. It's very dialogue driven, and there's nothing really biting in the dialogue. So all it would do is audio description would make the movie make more sense, and I'd understand relationships between characters a little bit more. And I would understand what's happening in scenes where there was no dialogue, like the first fucking 3 to 5 minutes of the movie. But yeah, other than that, I'm so sorry. I feel bad. But you know what? Peacock put this out at this time, so don't look at me. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Peacock. Like, yeah, this movie just is not great. It's not terrible. It's just not great. There are worse movies. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And remember, diversity, inclusivity, equity, they're not bad words. Inclusivity is just to include, and it's to include people like me. Why do you want to exclude me? Anyway, I'll see you guys on the other side.